For decades, Mercedes, Audi, and BMW fought a war that looked equal. Same country. Same customers. Same reputation for German engineering. But then something changed. BMW didn't just compete anymore, it started dictating the rules. And it didn't do it with one magical car or one lucky year. BMW built a repeatable advantage, a system so consistent that even when trends changed, technology, emissions, electrification, BMW could bend without breaking its identity. This is the story of how BMW defeated its two biggest rivals. Not by outspending them. Not by copying them. But by engineering a system that kept winning, year after year. Before we go further, let's clarify one thing. Defeated doesn't mean Mercedes and Audi disappeared. They didn't. They're still powerful, respected brands. Defeated means BMW created a long-term edge in the premium segment. An edge in brand pull. In product momentum. In strategic positioning. BMW itself claims the core BMW brand maintained its position as the global number one in its segment, with premium market share climbing to 21.7%. So the real question isn't whether BMW makes good cars. The question is this: how do you win a war when the other two players are also elite? The answer is you don't try to out-luxury Mercedes. You don't try to out-tech Audi. You build an advantage that's harder to copy because it isn't a feature. It's a framework. BMW's first major win was psychological. Mercedes sells prestige. Audi sells modern design and a technology-forward image. BMW sold something deeper, a feeling. BMW trained the market to associate its badge with driving itself. Steering feel. Weight balance. Throttle response. Chassis control. And in branding, clarity beats variety. If customers can describe your brand in one sentence, they can remember it, repeat it, and justify paying more for it. BMW didn't just market driving pleasure. It engineered around it. That choice shaped suspension tuning, steering calibration, weight distribution, and even model hierarchy across the entire lineup. And here's the trap this created for competitors. Mercedes has the C-Class. Audi has the A4. But BMW treated the 3 Series like a living benchmark. Every generation existed to answer one question. What should a sports sedan feel like right now? As a result, the 3 Series didn't just compete in the segment. It defined it. And once a single nameplate becomes the measuring stick, competitors stop building their vision and start building their response. That creates sales gravity. But driving feel alone wasn't enough. Because a bigger threat was coming: efficiency regulations. Every automaker eventually hits the same wall. Customers want more power. Governments demand fewer emissions. Fuel prices fluctuate. And suddenly, performance becomes politically expensive. BMW didn't run from this problem. BMW branded the solution. EfficientDynamics. Instead of apologizing for efficiency, BMW reframed it. The message was simple. We're so good at engineering that we can give you more performance and better efficiency at the same time. BMW described EfficientDynamics as an overriding philosophy. Every new powertrain was expected to be lighter, more powerful, and more fuel efficient than the one before it. This mattered because it protected BMW's identity. Efficiency didn't mean the fun was gone. It meant the engineering got smarter. While some brands quietly softened performance to meet regulations, BMW told customers that driving pleasure and responsibility could coexist. That narrative shielded the brand when rules tightened. Then came a risk that almost backfired. Long before screens became normal, BMW made a move that was both bold and dangerous. iDrive. In 2001, BMW introduced iDrive in the 7 Series. It radically reduced the number of buttons and replaced them with a central controller and screen. People hated it at first. But strategically, this move was brilliant. BMW trained customers early to accept centralized digital control. And once that foundation was in place, everything else followed. BMW became the first manufacturer to introduce a head-up display. One of the first to integrate online search into the car. One of the first to offer full internet access through the vehicle interface. While rivals were still adding buttons and patching features onto dashboards, BMW was building the operating system of the premium cabin. That early bet paid dividends later. Because once customers learn how a car thinks, switching brands feels uncomfortable. BMW wasn't just selling vehicles. It was selling interface logic. Next comes BMW's most underestimated weapon. BMW M. Many brands have performance divisions. BMW turned theirs into a business model. For more than a decade, BMW M sales increased every single year, surpassing 200,000 vehicles annually. And this wasn't driven only by hardcore models like the M3 or M5. BMW structured M as a ladder. Full M cars at the top for credibility. M performance models below them for accessible speed. And M Sport trims to spread the M feeling across the entire showroom. So even if you weren't buying an M car, you were buying into the idea that BMW was the driver's brand. Performance became scalable, monetized, and emotionally contagious. But BMW's most powerful advantage isn't visible from the driver's seat. It's in the factory. BMW highlights one key strength again and again: production flexibility. Its plants can manufacture different model variants and drivetrain types on the same production line. Gasoline, diesel, hybrid, electric. All on one line. This matters because real markets don't change smoothly. They change violently. Demand spikes. Regulations shift. Supply chains break. Brands with rigid factories get trapped. BMW doesn't. This flexibility reduces risk and increases speed. When EV demand rises faster than expected, BMW can pivot. When it slows, BMW isn't stuck with stranded assets. Which brings us to electrification. Many premium brands struggled with EV strategy. Go too fast, and you destroy margins and confuse your brand. Go too slow, and you look outdated. BMW chose a both-and approach. Technology openness. Instead of locking itself into a single future, BMW built architectures that could support all drivetrains. EVs weren't positioned as a replacement for the brand. They were positioned as another way to experience it. BMW delivered over 426,000 fully electric vehicles in a single year, with strong growth. But crucially, those EVs were still required to feel like BMWs. Same design language. Same driver-focused positioning. Same premium logic. Electrification didn't erase the identity. It plugged into it. Another quiet advantage reinforced this strategy. Shared components. BMW openly explains that vehicles like the iX and i4 rely on the same electrical powertrain components. This creates purchasing power, faster iteration, and lower cost per unit. Customers never see this directly. They feel it as smoother updates, fewer failures, and faster improvement cycles. Underneath the badge, BMW built scale without sacrificing differentiation. And all of this loops back to digital strategy. That early iDrive bet created a pipeline. Centralized control became connectivity. Connectivity became apps. Apps became intelligent assistants. Assistants became a full operating system. While rivals fought screen wars, BMW's advantage was structural. Flexible platforms. Flexible factories. Shared technology. Clear identity. So when BMW claims leadership in the global premium segment, it isn't bragging. It's reporting the outcome of a system. A clear emotional promise. A sales engine anchored by the 3 Series. Efficiency without apology. Digital disruption started early. Performance turned into a scalable business. Factories built to adapt. Electrification integrated, not isolated. That's how BMW defeated Mercedes and Audi. Not by building the best car, but by building a machine that keeps producing advantage. And now the real question isn't who won the last decade. It's who wins the next one. Because software, EV cost wars, and global politics are about to decide the future. If you had to choose one, BMW, Mercedes, or Audi, who has the best strategy for the next 10 years? And why?